She's a guest speaker. She's part of the women's group. She and Gregory are members here at Center of Enlightenment, and she is an ordained minister of the beloved community. How long have you been ordained?
Wow. I think it was 2005.
2005?
Yeah.
Well, that's a fair amount of time.
Yeah.
And so she's just been a real blessing to our congregation and to me personally. I think you're going to be in for a real treat this morning with her topic. I asked her what she was talking about, and she gave me 3 words, and I went, now, how is that going to relate? And so I made her explain a little bit to me. So I'm still not clear. So I'm in for as much a surprise as all of you. So help me welcome Rev Kathleen Hellenberg.
Thank you, Reverend Carol. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
The music that we listened to during the healing service today is from the CD called Healing Waters by Dean Evanson. In the notes about the CD, it says that included in the mix of music and natural sounds is the earth resonance frequency of 7.8 hertz. This natural frequency of the planet's ionosphere supports relaxation, meditation, and super learning. The brain goes into the alpha state under its influence. Our nervous system fires at close to this frequency. Dolphins, whales, and crickets communicate at this frequency. I don't know about you, but I just love listening to crickets. I just love hearing them. It is a sub-audio vibration and can be felt but not heard. Our own healing is supported through aligning with this original frequency of our planet. Dean Evanson says that this music embraces the body with waves and washes of vibration, bathing the listener in the loving energy flowing from the hearts of the musicians. I am grateful to Reverend Carol for using this music because I have a lot to say today about water and the divine feminine and love. While Aquarius is an air sign, its symbol is the water bearer. Aquarius is my sun sign. Cancer is a water sign with the crab as its symbol. Cancer is both my moon sign and my rising sign. So I guess you could say I'm a pretty watery person.
Better than a pretty crabby person.
Yes, thank you. I am that too sometimes though. But astrology aside, we all are watery persons. We live on a water planet. This spring and summer, we've had more rain than I remember ever having during these seasons. Do you think maybe Mother Nature is trying to tell us something? Water sustains every living thing. Water sounds, womb sounds, the rhythmic beat of oceanic waves, returns us to our origins. Bubbling brooks and fresh lakes, clean and sparkling, bring us peace. Hot springs and quiet ponds soothe and satisfy us. When the stresses of modern life become overbearing, water has the most beautiful way of returning us to ourselves, reminding us of nature's gifts and where we fit in the natural order. Our planet is 70% water. Our bodies carry an equally high percentage of water, as do our organs and bodily systems. The lymph system and blood are approximately 94% water. lungs, approximately 83%, kidneys and muscles, 79%, brain and heart, 73%, liver, 72%, skin, 64%, even our bones are 31% water. The space between our cells consists of 25% water, and the cavities of organs such as eyes and lubricant for joints are 5% water. These percentages are approximate. They vary from person to person, and they are also dependent on one's age. So as we get older, we have less water. In his book, The Holy Order of Water, William Marks, an expert on water, says that, quote, "If life did begin in the sea, then we are alive only because we carry our own sea within us," end quote. So we might say we each are bodies of water. Yet these high percentages of water in our makeup, with these high percentages, we still think of ourselves as solid matter, as static, unchanging particles. What if instead we thought of ourselves as water? Would it be easier to make needed changes, to adjust our path as we go along, to bring in different points of view and new information, to heal and to feel more peaceful? Water also is an extremely powerful force. As the water of a river flows, it can forge a new path at any point, sometimes flowing around an obstacle, sometimes flowing over it, and sometimes wearing the obstacle down, or even with enough force, moving the obstacle out of the way. Theodore Schwenk, an engineer, an anthroposophist, and a pioneering water researcher, in his book, Sensitive Chaos, interchanged the words water and life. Here is a little bit of what he wrote, quote, "Water moves rhythmically, but not in a mechanically measured beat. Life is always a little bit eccentric. Water is responsive to and entirely governed by cosmic rhythms. Therefore, life flows in cycles. Life moves in cycles wherein metamorphoses and heightenings take place. It is attuned to the cosmos and to endlessness in time and space," end quote. Cycles are important to help us understand how everything is connected. The divine feminine flows like water. Water allows molecules of nourishment and information to flow through our cells. Water carries our thoughts and intentions and provides the ability for instant communication. Water teaches us to flow and to surrender. It teaches this through resonance. Jesus understood this and demonstrated it when he walked on the water. He cast his thoughts outward on the water from his water with the intention of calm and love. The sea responded in kind. This is a perfect example that what is inside is reflected outside. It demonstrates our divine connection to the water of the planet and the water within us. It shows us how powerful our thoughts are and what we can do when we understand the power of love. It is the divine feminine that gives us the understanding of connection between water and life, between water and love, between the water of our planet and the water within us, and between the water of each one of us. Perhaps those who have tried and failed to figure out women can now see the similarity between life, water, and women. The energy of the divine feminine is fluid and flexible and creative. It is not linear. It moves in spirals that incorporate new information moment by moment, and it changes accordingly. It is what can bring balance back into our world. The divine feminine knows that life is about change, movement, understanding, resolution, and peace. This is why women and men who are led by the divine feminine are so often peacemakers and caregivers. If we continue to ignore natural cycles, we may never reach the higher conscious awareness that these gradually increasing spirals of wisdom can provide. At the end of his email messages, Reverend David puts the sentence, "As life goes on, love is the answer." Our love begins within us, in our own hearts. The divine feminine calls us to give birth to our true selves and to join the cycles of life from a place of divinity within ourselves, recognizing the power we hold within our love, within our water, and that flows through our water. Getting in touch with this can feel pretty scary. In the movie The Peaceful Warrior, based on the book by Dan Millman, the character called Socrates says to the young man he is mentoring, "People are afraid of what is inside because suddenly everything feels so empty. But that is the only place they're ever going to find what they need." We must continually allow love to flow through us, from us, and back into us. This means being open to receiving. The resonance of love moves through us like water. The divine feminine, which exists in both women and men, brings awareness of what is needed for balance. When we surrender to the water that we are and flow with what is, we merge together with oneness. Joy rises in those who flow with life. I want to share a quote from a book called Sacred Retreat, Using Natural Cycles to Recharge Your Life, written by Pia Orlean, PhD, who won an international award from Saybrook University for her research on the importance of natural cycles. Quote, "It is the divine feminine that upholds the values of cooperation over competition, generosity over selfishness, and connection with the earth and each other. The resonance of love moves through us like water. When we recognize that all of life depends upon the health and balance of both water and the divine feminine, we can understand that we need to reinstate ways to honor them." End quote. A return to you, oh, that's not right. That's not where it ends. A return to using principles of the divine feminine to guide our lives would benefit all of us, irrespective of gender. Our bodies made of water thrive on movement and flow. Like all bodies of water, when we utilize opportunities to cleanse, change, and flow, we allow the rivers within us to moisten the land upon which we live. Healthy rivers in us and on earth support life. We are connected to each other and to everything on the planet through water. I'm going to close with a prayer from the book, What is Light Body? From Archangel Ariel, channeled by Tashira Tachi Ren, called Invocation to Water. You can use this at any time. You can also use it like as a prayer before you eat or drink anything. I take this, the water of life. I declare it the water of light. As I bring it within my body, it allows my body to glow. I take this, the water of light. I declare it the water of God. I am a master in all that I am. And so it is. Thank you.